Hi everyone, this is Kali S. I am a creative soul and I have been using colors for a long time. I've been on YouTube previously creating paper, mixed media art, and I still do it, but somehow I lost the energy to continue doing this on YouTube. But I have started knitting and I thought that this might be a good occasion to start again and to show you what I've been doing. So for, I would say, around 5 months I have been knitting very much and I thought I would start with what did I knit in May. So if you're interested, then let's do it. So I think I need to start with what I'm wearing. I will try to film everything separately to have some b-roll to show you how my ranunculus tee looks like. So this is a ranunculus tee. You can see it's just a tee. I don't have any long sleeves. And this was probably my second knit when I started again after 25 years. And I didn't know anything. I found out about Ravelry. I was overwhelmed, as probably everyone is when they start. And then I found ranunculus. Everyone was talking about it and I thought, well, let's just start. And I just love the process. I mean, I think it's knit in 6mm needles, so this is really great. You know, it's amazing. And I knew I wanted a t-shirt because I don't like the pictures that you see, the original pictures of the ranunculus. They look very boxy and they don't have any shape and it's very loose and transparent. But I saw other people wearing tighter knits and this is what I was going for. So I looked for cotton and I found this very nice cotton, but I think it's a little bit too bulky. Because it's 6mm, I thought I need to find a very bulky cotton. By now I know that you can do a ranunculus with whatever you want. You can even take a fingering weight yarn and it will still work. But so for me, I chose this very bulky cotton, and it's probably a little bit too warm for summer. Spring probably it works, but I enjoyed the knitting process so much. I understand, I mean, I know either you hate the ranunculus, you love it. For me, it was my second knit and I hadn't knit for a long time and it was just a pleasure. Of course, you need to be careful, but you know, the different patterns are very easy to do, and because it's 6mm, you just, you know, you knit it. I don't remember how long it took me. I'll probably find out. I have everything on Ravelry, so if you're looking for Creatives Leben, you will find all my knits and all the details about what I used. As I said, I probably wouldn't use this cotton anymore, or I would probably create a long sleeve pullover probably, or a cardigan. Yeah, probably also as a cardigan. I mean, it's very loose. It's not. I think it's just too bulky and therefore a little bit warm. So this is what I'm wearing, and this month I started, I think, mainly. Let me show you with this little cholette. And it's very long. I think it's 150 meters. So how many inches would that be? If I find out, I'll write it down. And this is the pressed flower pattern that I really find very, very lovely. But the kerchief that has been created, first of all, I found very stiff and a little bit old-fashioned. Maybe it's just me, but I thought, you know, the shellfish scarf, everyone does shellfish scarves. I'm not a big fan, but I thought that would be the opportunity. So I can even do this, I think, 3 times like this. So that's probably too much, but I really love it. And I love the fact that it's not just plain stockinette or, you know, an easy pattern. It's 2 colored and both of them are cashmere, of course. So the disadvantage is the backside is not that beautiful, but the front. I mean, I love these little flowers. I mean, it's the pressed flowers, and I love the little dots that you create. These are slip stitches, so it's very easy to do. So I did need to do some maths to think about how I wanted to create this, but I really loved it. I did some tests. Let me see. So I took some cheap, I didn't want to use my cashmere to do the test, but I took this very cheap cotton and I created these little flowers, and I just wanted to know, and I think I frocked it at least 3 times, because the first time it looked too much like a handkerchief and I didn't want that. I really wanted like the elongated Sophie scarf style. I think I will redo it again, probably in more muted colors, even if I like very bright colors. But I think I will. My friend told, I never bought the Sophie scarf pattern, so I didn't know, but my friend told me it's 150 and this is 17 centimeters, so this is what I was going for, but I think it's just too long for me. I think I would probably like it to have like 1 to 2 turns. Yeah, 2 turns would be great. So I probably will make it much shorter, so like this. So yeah, it's probably 1 meter would be great. That's what I would go for, and you then can just knot it, and then you have something great for spring. I probably now would even go with a mixture of cashmere and cotton, because the cashmere itself, I think this is something I'm going to wear in autumn, fall, maybe probably also in winter, early spring, but not now. It's just too warm. If I wanted something lighter for now, I would change the yarn, but I still think it's a beautiful pattern that I created myself based on other patterns. So I'm not taking all the I didn't do it all myself. The press flower motif, it's definitely not mine, and I really enjoyed that, so I will write down who created this. So this is something that took most of my time and my brain, because I really had to think how I wanted to create it and what yarn I wanted to take, etc. So this I really love, because it's, and I think that's the same problem with the Sophie scarf. It's a little bit structured, so it's not always, even if it's really beautiful yarn, is the Ito cashmere, and it's Lang yarn cashmere as well. The O point, no, it's not the O point. It's Lux, I think. I will write down what it was, and they're very soft cashmeres, but I don't find them soft enough. I have a tendency to go for very soft yarn, but that's a different story. So we will see. So this is what I finished first. Let me just check. While I was doing this, I created this Sally tee. So I will show you how it looks when I wear it. This is superwash silk merino wool yarn. So let me start with what I like about it. So I went into this shop close by. I live in the middle of nowhere, south of Berlin, and we don't have that many yarn shops, but there is one not too far away, 20 minutes by car. And so I went there because I want to support local shops. And this lady spins and dyes her yarn herself. So I saw this beautiful yarn and I just decided to buy it. But she had only 1 skein, or 2 skeins. She just didn't have many skeins. I think, yeah, she had 2 skeins, and I wished she had 3 skeins. So I was going back and forth, what do I want? And because it's variegated, I thought it would be best to have a very plain t-shirt, and then because it's silk and merino, I thought it would be great for spring, maybe for summer. But I was worried to have to play yarn chicken, so I decided to have the color and everything that is traditionally the ribbing, but it's just plain stockinette in a different yarn, because I wanted to be sure that I have enough yarn. And I took the Ito silk yarn, which is also a great yarn, and I knitted it. And maybe if I would have gone for a smaller size, I could have done everything in the same with the same yarn. But it's still beautiful. I really like it. Because it's superwash, it has lost its shape a little bit. It's going down, it's being pulled. This is really a problem I personally have with summer knits. I don't know if you have similar problems, but I have that when I knit. These summer knits, they all have a tendency to get longer and longer, which I found a pain. So I really love this, especially because of the history behind it. It's a local yarn. Do I regret having a two-color t-shirt? No, because I have other products that I have knitted, pullovers and stuff like that. I love having multiple colors. I like to have blocked colors, so I don't mind the borders being in a different color. I think it's a great idea. I just wish I would have knitted this in a smaller size and just be bold and just go for it and just expect it to extend when I wash it, especially with superwash. It's really interesting to feel the difference between the main body and the ribbing. So this is a double knitted color, and you see that the silk, because it's not superwash, it has far more structure, holds it far better than the superwash silk merino wool, which is lovely. I still like it, and it's really nice to the touch, but as I said, a little bit too. So what else? I then continued, this is my third FO, and I have the Fiorellino Fiorellino t-shirt, which also is a lovely t-shirt. When I went to my yarn shop, this local yarn shop I just mentioned, she had very cheap bamboo yarn, and I hadn't knitted with bamboo before, but I have bamboo socks and I just love them. They are soft, and even in summer you're never hot with them, and they're very flexible, so they're very flowy. I love my bamboo socks, so I thought I would knit with bamboo, and she had a great price. They were on sale. I bought all the skeins she had in the color. So I have too many, and I will have to think about what I do with the second one, with the remaining 4 skeins. So I think it took me 6 skeins to knit this Fiorellino top. I don't like the bubbles that we need to create because I am an Eastern knitter, so everything that I need to do purling is I don't like doing. So I try knitting, purling. Yeah, sometimes when you need to do it purling, I don't like it. I love to purl. Eastern purling is amazing, but certain stitches are very difficult to do. So in the Fiorellino t-shirts, there are the Fiorellino stitches, which I really like, and there are the bubbles, and I don't like them, at least not when I need to knit them. So I didn't do them. I did them at the top. So in the top yoke you have 2 rows of bubbles at the beginning, and then at the bottom of the yoke, and then you continue knitting, and at the bottom you should do some bubble stitches. I don't know exactly how you call them, or even at the end of the sleeves, but I did the Fiorellino stitches instead. I think they're more beautiful. And here again, so let me say the positive things about the bamboo. I have been wearing it already twice. I already washed it in my washing machine. I'm not sure it's a good idea because it loses its shine. So what I like about the bamboo is the shine that it had, and it has. It's a beautiful shine. It has a wonderful flow. The way it falls is amazing. But again, I wash it, wear it, it fits quite nicely, and then it becomes longer and longer and longer. I don't know. I'm still looking for the perfect yarn for the summer. I know there are many YouTube videos on it, and maybe I will share my experiences with them, but so far I have not been very, very happy. I have a last one, which I'm not quite sure I'm allowed to call an FO, because this is a free pattern, and I will show you how it looks like. I really love it. It has a similar stitch like the Fiorellino stitch that I had in my tea, and it's a two-colored one, which I really like. It's stripes, but it's a little bit different stripes, and it has lots of holes. It's a little bit like a lace motif, I guess. So this free pattern is from Lana Grossa, and what I don't mind knitting bottom up. I don't mind knitting in pieces. Not at all. You know, I'm older. That's how I learned to knit, so it's not an issue. But somehow I was worried that because of the pattern that it wouldn't look very nice if I would have to knit everything together. So I thought, let's try to knit this top down. So I redid the pattern. So the pattern of the stitches is turned upside down, obviously, but I don't think you notice if you don't know. And I knitted this in one piece, which I think is great. I knitted this with the pinta, so let me show you the pinta, which is really nice. The pinta is from Pasquale, and it consists of 60% virgin merino wool, extra fine, silk, 20%, and 20% rami, which is also plant-based fiber, which I thought that's the ideal combination. For summer, I don't want something that is very warm, I want something that is cooler, and I love knitting this with one exception. So it's very, very, very soft. It's so lovely to, you know, it's not at all scratchy. It's a lovely yarn. I think the main issue I have, because I knit Eastern style, continental Eastern style, for me the stitches split, and I probably should have adjusted it. It just came into my mind at the end when I was done knitting. I thought, you know better, you know that maybe I should have switched to Western style, and that would have made it easier for me, because it was a pain sometimes, especially when you're doing lace motifs, and my needles probably weren't, well, they were okay, but somehow it didn't work. So I knitted this, and what I don't like, or shall I start with what I like? So I really like the motif. I like the colors that I chose. I like that it looks very modern for me, at least, and I'm looking forward to wearing this because the wool is so nice. But I think, so if you read, you know, I turned the pattern upside down, but it's still the same pattern. So I use the same numbers of stitches. I just follow the pattern, but just upside down. And I think the sleeves are too narrow. I probably should have gone with one size bigger. And yeah, so that's the first thing. The second thing is I knitted everything. I'm very happy with everything. And the reason this is not an FO, or I don't think I can consider it as an FO, is just too long. It's very, very long. And the pattern itself is very short, it's really cropped. I have passed the age where you can wear where I can wear cropped tops, or I like wearing cropped tops. I don't think I ever liked wearing cropped tops. I don't remember. I don't remember ever wearing a crop top. And I think I will have to remove at least, I put a needle and I probably lost my needle. No, I think it's about 10 centimeters. So that should be 4 inches. I think I need to remove 4 inches. So I have started here putting a lifeline because I did Italian bind off and I don't want to reopen it. And to be honest, I will do a separate video about what I like about modern knitting and what I don't like. But what I really hate is knitting the body. I have body island. You know, people speak of sleeve island. I never have sleeve islands. It's, you know, sleeves are fast, but here you're going around. And even if here you have a motif, so it forces you to change all the time, it doesn't end. It takes so long. So I'm a little bit upset that I have to rip back everything. 10 centimeters is a lot. But I think it's just too long. I think that this will look lovely with a skirt, you know, or shorts, or even trousers, you know, nice trousers. I was worried not to have enough yarn. I have more than enough. I probably could have gone with 1 skein less of blue color. You never know before you start, but that's, and the problem is because these are not skeins, but this, the you know, I know there is an English word for it. I had to put it in a skein to be able to knit it, and therefore I cannot bring it back, which is a pity. I don't think I will need this. Maybe I can try to give it back. I have to see if I'm still in time. I have 30 days to send back stuff, and because it's a very expensive yarn, I will try to give it back. But I'm not sure it will work. And the second thing that is missing, but I'm not sure whether I should do it, and maybe you can give me your opinion. I will put the original lovely picture, and it's a polo shirt, and I think it has some charm to have a little, you know, a little polo. So I'm thinking about this. I'm not quite sure I should go with it. So I'm happy to, happy to please let me know what you think, what I should be doing. If you agree that should I leave it like this? If you go to the projects that are under this 2-colored polo, you have everything. You have people that have it with or without. Some people created the body pieces in parts, and then they knitted from the top to the bottom, the sleeves from the top to the bottom. And I don't like that, because it basically, you change the pattern direction within the same t-shirt, and I think you see it. Here in my case, because I really knitted everything in the round, bottom up, no, top down, sorry, top down. My sleeves are top down, my body is top down, so the pattern, the knitting pattern is consistently the same. So I still need to go back, but I think that next time in June I will be proud to tell you that this has become one of my favorite knits. I think at least. So lots of t-shirts, obviously, for summer. And now if I go on, if we have a look of what I'm knitting right now, let me show you this beautiful transparent, semi-transparent. It's going to become a pullover, and for this one I'm not using a pattern. I'm freely doing it, so I did a little swatch to look at it. So let me start from the beginning. So in Berlin we have a wonderful shop called Wollen Berlin, and they have this line linen yarn. I can show you here. And I wanted, so it's called Lino Muka. It's made in Lithuania, and it's it's fingery, super fingery, right? It's 30 stitches for 10 centimeters. The whole double 25, light fingering weight, that's what it said. So very thin, and so first of all, I don't know about you, I love wearing linen, but knitting it is just, I can't. I don't know how people do it. I think, even if you massage it, you wash it, I found it very, very dry and very difficult. It feels like you taking a cord, or no, I don't know. I don't like knitting it by itself. So I looked for ideas on how to use it, and on their website they have examples on what to mix it with, and there is a lovely t-shirt that a pullover, sorry, that I wanted to knit. It's the Suk Moon pullover sweater by Angyo Knits, and to be honest, it's just a plain pullover, and I know I've spent already a lot of money on the yarn, and I felt I can do this without any knitting pattern. So I just started. But the idea is definitely hers, so I'm happy to credit her, and I know maybe it's not fair to not pay her anything. But I'm still doing everything myself, and I have no clue if it's going to look similar to what she has created. But I just love the idea to alternate a mohair, and in my case I took the pearl mohair from Mayo, very, very soft. And I can give you an introduction into mohair. I've been knitting lots of mohair lately, and I have very strong opinions about mohairs. I know not everyone can use them or wear them next to skin. I'm not too fussy. I think it works. So basically what I'm doing is I'm using this single-stranded, and then I do stripes, adding one this Linomuka strand. So I knit 2 strands then together, and then I alternate with just 1 strand, and so on. So very, very simple. I consider this a summer knit. I am someone who has a tendency to become very cold very soon, which, we're all different. Some people hate it. So I think this is going to be a wonderful summer knit, because it's still due to, the 1 strand mohair is not that warm, and then there is linen in between. So I think it's going to be a perfect knit for late summer evenings, when you're getting cold, you just put it on top, and I think this is going to look lovely. I love the color. Maybe it's too bright for me. It would be wonderful for winter type, but you don't always do what you need to do. You do what you love. I love this color, and that's how I chose my yarn. So a beautiful pullover, and I love knitting this. It's 4.5. Everything I've been knitting, so I forgot to say this one. I think it's 3.5. The variegated t-shirt was 3 millimeters. I think this one was also 3.5. So after 3.5, you're very happy when you're able to do 4.5, because you just knit away. Potato chippy. That's how they called it, right? So I love this one. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm not someone who likes to have multiple knits next to each other, but this one I started because the knits that I had were very long. So this one, the polo shirt, was just very, very long and very boring. So that's why I decided to have one next to it. Now this is probably not enough, so I'm looking at 2 different things that I want to knit. So let me start. So I bought this Sole yarn. How do I show this? Here, and I will show you next to me, of course. So the Sole is, again, it's 90% cotton, Pima cotton, and 10% cashmere. And this is from Pasquale, made in Portugal, which I think is great. And this is the color 108, if you're interested to know. So I ordered this because I had seen this wonderful shirt that I wanted to knit. And then I knitted it up, and the pattern that came out looks like this. And I didn't like it. It was too rough, it's a beautiful wool, don't get me wrong, but I think that's my key point. I think for summer knits, after having knit this one, which is really bulky cotton, I decided if I knit summer knits, they need to be lightweight. I need to go with fingering weight, something very thin. I shouldn't go thicker than something 3.5 millimeter needles, because otherwise I don't like it. So I had this sole. I did multiple tests with my sole, but I didn't find anything that I enjoyed. So I decided I'm going to do my own pattern. So here I am. I created this pattern. It's a lace motif basically, and it's going to alternate with mohair and cashmere, I think, yeah, but very light, and I'm going to do a pullover with it. I have done all the calculation, and yeah, we'll see. I haven't started. I have had this little swatch for a long time. Yeah, well, 2 weeks. And usually when I have swatched, I want to start immediately. And somehow, I don't know what it is about this sole. I don't know if it's the color, which I think is quite lovely. It's old pink, we call this, or pottery pink. I think that's the correct name. It's really a beautiful color, and I really like it. But something doesn't make me happy, and I cannot tell you what it is. So I will see how fast I start this. So this definitely I will try to do for June. You can remind me if I don't. And then I would be lying if I would say I was on the lookout for yarn for this pattern. I think I am a yarn lover. I am a color lover. So I see something. So online shopping, I don't have good experiences. You need to know what you want to buy it. At least that's my experience. I have sent back a few skeins because the color didn't look like as I expected it. I didn't like the look and feel of the yarn. So we have great yarns in Berlin, and when I go to Berlin, I'm trying to find out new yarn shops, and I found this wonderful yarn shop called Stricken 3000. And oh my, I arrived there shortly before they were closing, and yeah, she had to stay a little bit longer because of me, because I ordered mohair. She has amazing mohair. And then I saw this one, but basically I was looking for a summer yarn, because I'm still looking for something that I like to wear that is light. And then I found this Sika 8 by Cardiff Cashmere. Oh, so it's 70% cashmere and 30% silk. Will it expand? Probably. Does it feel soft? Is it silky? It's beautiful yarn, and very expensive yarn. It's going to be a very expensive t-shirt, because I think I might need a 5th skein. I have bought 4, and I think I need a 5th skein. So I will contact her and make sure. So I haven't started knitting this. I will probably this week or tomorrow or whenever. I just did a little swatch, and I mentioned that I usually knit continental Eastern, but I started at the bottom to knit continental Western, because the motif says knit one row and then knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2. That's basic. I mean, that's a very simple motif. So I did that, and I prefer purling. So I was thinking, can I turn it around? So the pattern is the same if you purl one row and then purl two, knit two, purl two. So that's what I did on the top. And what I found out is the gauge is very different and it's looser. So the pro is when I knit Eastern style, I'm so much faster. So it's going to be so much more fun. But it's very loose, and if I'm honest, I prefer how it looks when I knit and purl, purl, knit, knit in the second row. So I will have to think. Anyway, because this is a cardigan, basically, even if it's short sleeve, it's basically a cardigan, because it has, so you have to knit back and forth. I need to think what I want to do. I don't know. I will compare it to the gauge. I didn't do that yet. And based on the gauge that the pattern has, because that's a pattern I have bought, I will decide if I use Eastern style or Western style. So I somehow wish it's Eastern, but if I look at it, I know already I should do Western style because it has just more structure. It's really interesting, right? But when you knit, I think I will do a video about swatches because I think they really show you so much. They show you how your gauge just changes when you change one thing. You know, it's the same needles, but it just looks so different. It's really weird. Yes, so that's basically what I have done in May and what I'm planning to do for June. I'm sure there will be more. There is the World Knitting Day in Public or something. I have organized something in my little village. I'm very excited. I hope that many people will attend, new people, because we have already a little knitting club. We meet once a month, which I think is amazing. I really enjoy that. It has been a great opportunity to meet people. But that's how knitting is, right? You can knit, you can talk, and it's a great way to connect. Okay, so that was it from me. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Comment. Yeah, comment definitely, because it's my first time. I'm sure I made lots of mistakes. I know I missed out on lots of information. But usually, I don't know about you, when I listen to those videos, I miss out on all the, people tell you are the size inclusive. And this is great. I appreciate when being a little bit bigger myself, I appreciate when the sizes are more inclusive, but I never remember. I just remember the pattern. I know whether I like it or I don't like it, and that's all that matters at the end. And I also like hearing about the experiences. So, hearing that one yarn is not adequate or not nice to knit, or recommendations. Getting new ideas of patterns as well. So I'm really sorry because I have a tendency to create patterns myself. But I think you know your body your best, and that's why I think that's really great when we are able to create our own patterns, and that's why we knit. And I like also sewing. So that's a great opportunity. So I'm just rambling along. So have fun, and we speak soon. Bye bye.